Hello everybody, welcome back to Artisan X, a resource hub for developers of X-Plane aircraft. If you're looking for information and resources regarding X-Plane aircraft development, you are in the right place. Module 4, Development and Production. Hello again. I thought I'd do just a quick secondary tutorial on the plane maker introduction to help you work on getting oriented and see what's happening with all the areas. In our first video, we started building the fuselage for our airplane and had a basic overview of PlaneMaker. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and open PlaneMaker again. But instead of opening up my model like it is right now, I'm going to hit open. And I'm going to go to my X-Plane directory, aircraft, laminar research, and go to the plane that we were using as our example, the Baron Beach H. And if I go into here, you're looking for the aircraft file, ACF file. Here's the Baron 58 ACF. I'm going to open that plane. And you'll see this is really nice that they allow you to do this. I can go in here and you'll see that laminar is giving me access to the totally how this plane was constructed. On here right now is a 3D model that you see when you are flying an X-plane on a completed plane. But if I go to invisible parts and show just the plane maker parts, here again you'll see now we're back to that fuselage that we had seen before and the wheels and everything on the plane that they've made. So it gives you a really good idea of what the plane's going to look like. On here you see the wing shape is a little different off of that. So it's kind of a good idea to go through an existing airplane like this and just kind of see what we're looking at for this. You'll notice in here they have all of their information filled out for the author, and then viewpoints. They're going to give you some of the speeds that we'll be looking at in our next episode, but you'll just see all the values that are in here and how they work. And again, we'll be getting into these as we move forward, but just as a quick supplemental to the last one, you'll be able to go in here and see that all of these systems and stuff have an example in here, and you certainly can look at different airplanes to see how they're made and the differences between GA aircraft and airliners in these and the scales that they work at and everything. Here we have the body for the plane that we're using. You'll see that they did this with 7 sections, the one that we borrowed to kind of reshape that to be the shape of the airplane that we're developing, but it's in here for you to see and be able to actually check these files. So it's always a good place if you get stuck or you're looking for something or you're like, gee, I don't know what value to use for this. I can't find a value for my aircraft. You can pretty much take something very similar and probably borrow that value and tweak it just to where you think it might be. I'm assuming that a flat wing might have a square Hershey bar type wing of the Grumman that we're doing. Might be a little less aerodynamic than this, so it might have a little different drag or something off of that. But hopefully as we're going through and looking at everything, we can get that detail out of either the pilot handbook or some other documents that we'll be talking about as we're going through the development. But again, this just gives you a good place to kind of look at, well, what are they talking about at all as we're going through this. So don't be afraid to open up the aircraft that are in there for any of the laminar aircraft. Actually, any aircraft that's in X-Plane, if X-Plane can open it, PlaneMaker can open it. You can see what they look like. I would just be very careful about not just copying something directly. You need to use it as a basis and do your own research to make sure your values are for your work and not just taking someone else's work and moving it over. So I would not use this, for instance, to make another beach aircraft. I would use something similar and move it around so I'm making sure that I am not taking someone else's work and using it as my own. I'm just going to use that as a starting point so I don't have to take a cylinder and make it look like a fuselage of an airplane. All right, that was it. Just a quick update on